And Rare Atom will be looking to see if they can walk in the same shoes as their countrymen up against, unfortunately though, the major semi-finalist of paiN, looking to see if they can take a victory here in Serbia. And the pistol round is alive. Bigger Zero, 1-for-1. This round is trying to bait DGT in towards sandbags, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Even further on the fadeaway, Snow's able to clip one around the corner. And for Rare Atom, this pistol round from the word go has just been stopped pretty much.
Yeah, in its tracks, it really has, trying to block that smoke if you're Snow. As the rotation going around in towards Coffins, Rare Atom, you've no other choice here. You've used your util, you need to just try and walk in and find these frags. Issue is, there's a player hiding towards the back of the bomb site. It's NQZ just dancing around the pillar, making it awkward and finding the headshots, as paiN will start off with a CT pistol in their back pockets. Waiting for their opportunity to go, and Summer might try and accelerate this. Flash comes in, and Bigger Zero will fall, so you get absolutely nothing. Snow is already thinking about rotating along Speedway, but he's going to have to come back and try and make sure that they don't get in, but forced away. The util again, sublime from Rare Atom. Flash is perfect, and they will get in onto this MTB bomb site, but paiN are super close and ready to retake at a moment's notice.
Look at Banana, look at the MP9, David Deus. He's a really important prong of this attack. They don't know about him just yet, and he's waiting for the rest of his teammates to activate first. He's going to be the late pincer. But a re-smoke towards CT is going to funnel paiN through Coffins. Two players with a flashbang trying to make their way out, but they just can't get a single kill. David Deus now is starting to move, but he's only good for one towards Banana. And sure, some players are getting kills for paiN, but it's simply not enough. Kaze, he's just surviving, and that survival instinct is going to mean the round one for Rare Atom.
Oh, it's a perfect force buy, isn't it, really, from Rare Atom? And the problem in that round really was, obviously, how...
Is it like a Chinese Counter-Strike thing to force buy after the pistol round but not even have the bomb down? It works, though. Issue is, straight into the next, paiN have a double opener. And that's going to force Rare Atom onto this B-bomb site. Liang's making good space, but an extraordinarily brazen play by Snow, pushing through the coffin smoke, works out effectively as he's able to get yet another kill on the tally for the Brazilian, or rather South American side. And with the bomb planted in a 2 vs 5, this feels an unwinnable situation. They're going to try and take the jewels towards Coffins. One will fall, but the rest survive. And it's a sharp rebuttal to this back and forth early game on Inferno.
Yeah, it's really good from paiN there. You know, they made use of the rifles that they were able to save forward in the last round. It's just weird that they try and go for an explosion like that rather than a lineup. And well, speaking of explosions, how about that for a flick? NQZ dropping Lee Hang. Snow is going to be forced out of there. Just a single flashbang, doesn't want to overstay its welcome, especially when you've got a man advantage, right? You have found that opening kill. You know that you've forced him away a little bit. You can just play it safe on the site now. As NQZ rotates on over, that AWP is going to take position over towards long. You've got 50 seconds now to try and make your way up. David Deus only finds the first. The bait setup working out perfectly in towards pit. DGT unbeknownst, and especially with that op connecting on a couple of more shots. DGT, he's waiting for his chance to strike, which he will. Amazing. As it's actually NQZ with a hat-trick of frags on the op. It's a 6-1 lead for paiN. And
it's easier to look great against Rare Atom than right now anyways than it would be against an Envision later, for instance.
Explosion out brackets, NQZ. It's a lovely find from him, and he gets away. He was dinked up, and he still manages to somehow survive. There's not a single kill in the kill feed right now. Awkward for the Opera, as Child King and Summer will at least get something going for Rare Atom, but Child King is going to have to try and do it all. He somehow managed to force his way onto this bomb site, AK in hand, gets that bomb down, and gets a little bit closer to maybe Rare Adam's second round, but does he know about Snow that is slowly creeping up short behind him? Figazira is taking all the attention away, and Snow will eventually strike him down from behind. It is another paiN round, but that is at least something better and something promising being shown from Rare Adam. A limited buy, but they finally get up and get a bomb plant. Aggressive stance taken towards the apartments right now. You heard the jump. Child King has been dropped a bit of util, but Davideus was never going to be turning his attention away from that position whatsoever.
What?
The most obvious sound cue just being given away there.
Oh.
And it just completely nullifies the silent boost. Like, it's like...
that is yeah, that's a hard one. I really can't lie.
I mean,
that's the silent boost, and then Trash goes, "Oh, you forgot your Molo."
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, as well, don't get me wrong, the setup was still perfect anyway. Like, it would have been able to deal with that absolutely fine, but yeah, it does kind of really take away from the idea.
Anyways, it's gonna be now Rare Atom just going, "Be execute," I guess. And there are 3 players here. Flashbang's a little bit too early. Bigger Zero is flashing. No one's blinded. A swing and a miss from him. Snow holds the spray. Oh my god! Snow holds for 3. So clinical from the youngster. Day 1.
Oh, man,
But in the penultimate round of this first half, Rare Atom have decided on a hero AWP. An unorthodox purchase on the T side of Inferno. It's also been heard. So 4 players over towards this A bomb side, and DGT just goes, "I heard a scope in mid. I'm just gonna swing." And he does, and that's it. That's round over. Davideus with a little bit of flair as well. That was a crazy spray. They're just swinging, no respect whatsoever.
In all honesty, they are showing why they are probably one of the most feared teams in the event. And look at this from NQZ. Now that was punished, thankfully, because if he gets away with a play like that, I mean, it's going to be a long series for you. So NQZ goes down, and this might be a decent chance here. There's a timing to be found here. Look at Davideus. He's walked all the way through. Summer is going to catch him in the back. And these pushes getting punished finally. Trade is going to be good here for Trash, but eventually taken out of the round. Rare Adam up onto this A bomb site. Smokes absolutely everywhere in this 2 versus 3 for paiN, and Summer is continuing to get aggressive in towards Modo. It's at least a lot of information that nobody is going to be coming over towards long, so paiN, even with this boosted player up, if eventually when they get Snow on up there, Molly comes in, not going to be spotting all that much. Still need to be perfect on the entries here as Rare Adam amount so many crossfires in towards the pit and in towards the site, and there was simply just no way back into that round. So Rare Adam, at least there's a couple of smiles on the faces as well, as they will collect their 3rd round before the half set.
Started like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is about MR12, like, when you're actually, you know, like, playing a game like this, and all of a sudden you only have like a couple of rounds to kind of make adjustments in a first half. The game just goes by so fast. Liang gonna double up on his kills. A nice shot there onto NQZ, but the trade is going to be good, and Davideus is going to go looking for just that little bit more. He's not satiated with the first kill, so he decides to go looking and searching for a second. A little bit slow to react onto the 3rd player that was over towards the B bomb site, but he is pulling his team all the way over here, and this is a horrible position to be in right now. Solo on the B bomb site, being wrapped upon and being ran down. paiN, they will at least get that control. The Julie's being sent in to try and salvage something, but nothing at all to be gathered up on this pistol unless Child King can have his say.
I mean, Davideus is low, because that was a very nice headshot. Remember, Davideus 4 HP, but the P250 rings a dastardly headshot at range.
I think there's going to be a lot of dotting of the I's and crossing of the T's in this round for paiN, which could be the real problem. Presence shown towards top banana, as paiN now will walk out and take that bracket control with a single long smoke. Child King wants to maybe walk a little bit closer. Not really happy with all the information that his team have right now in the round. DGT spotted out. Shoulder and Shadow spotted. Kill found for Rare Adam. An advantage to them. And paiN, for now, are split 2-2.
The bomb's over towards A. It looks like the other two are going to go and join them. Not a huge amount of utility. A smoke and a flash on the AWPer. There are only 2 players over towards this A bomb site. And it looks like they're trying to contact their way in. Contact now taken. Davideus opening kill. Snow follows in pursuit. And Bigger Zero clearing out the whole of Long and Moto. This bomb site broken through a little bit too easily. Kaze will at least get one before the smoke blooms. So it is a 3 versus 3. And for Rare Atom, this might feel like a dire situation where you just have to go for the retake here.
I feel like that, but you don't have a kit, and the longer you wait, the less chance you're going to have of actually pulling the rabbit out of the hat in this one. 18 seconds left on the bomb, and you're looking for anybody to give you anything at all, but everybody's just being so passive, so patient. You'll find a couple of kills, but that'll be about the height of it. Everybody falls on Rare Atom, and they're going to have little to no money in the bank accounts, but I expect to see surely another force buy come in this round.
Like Summer's got pistol armor, so they're not even going to actually have a fantastic buy in the last, maybe. There's only 1 player on B as well for the Yang in this round, so it should be over. Oh, Bigger Zero is in CT spawn, because why not? It felt so unnecessary.
It's just so uncomfortable for the pistols, right? You've no idea where Bigger Zero has gotten off to. He's just kind of sat in the smoke here. I mean, a couple of kills, all of a sudden, this is, you know, kind of doable, but that snow lurk surely should be the end of days for Kaze, and indeed it is. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous from Child
Really?
King.
I mean, they can go for this. There's an AK collected. Child King's got armor and AK.
Yeah.
There is 24 seconds, though. That's not a lot.
You need to find a kill, and you need to find it quick. Child King, smoke the bomb and try and get on it. Here, there's the find from Trash.
God.
AK in hand, NQZ just trying to save it. And unfortunately, no time. Bomb's just going to be tapped. NQZ knows that the round is over. Knows that surely they don't have a kit in this one. So it is going to be 12 in the end of it for paiN. But you get 2 AKs out of it at least. And I mean,
already posturing for an apps pop. And there's a Mac 10 on Snow to lead the charge.
well-timed smoke, but it won't matter. Snow is going to disrespect it and try and make his way out. No kill to be landed just yet. Util is now going to rain on in, and this is just so awkward. How has Snow even found a kill there in that situation? And paiN, they haven't really committed to this idea. Snow kind of got out, but it never felt comfortable enough to send everybody just barreling out of the apartments. So after that kind of half an apps pop, they just settled for a moment. They lie in wait to see if there is going to be a reaction here from Rare Atom, who only have 2 players over towards this A bomb site. A resmoke into the apartments, the op positioned in towards pit. Child King close by, and they are getting Summer to rotate over just that little bit closer, just in case he's needed. But instead, he actually thinks about rotating back. 30 seconds, paiN have still not moved away from this A site.
They've still somehow as well just got enough utility if they want to go for this execution. But the contact had worked in the last round, and they're going to do it once more. Progression smoke with onto the bomb site, blocks off the pit player, and puts Child King in this awful position. Kaze now with an open pit. There's nothing he can really do. Despite the time being very tantalizingly low, it's now Lihang in a 1 versus 4 situation. paiN, the team that you'd anticipate to not only be winning out this series, but topping Group B and even challenging for the trophy, start as they mean to go on with a dominant victory against the Chinese squad on their opponent's map pick. To get better and to improve. This event is not about showing it, this is about improving and doing those steps. So it's about just learning and making yourself proud, I suppose. And this is a good start. on your opponent's map pick in the pistol round, Kaze opens proceeding with a shot through the smoke and actually drops a smoke that Snow had in his hand. So this is going to be a very difficult round for paiN to actually get the bomb planted.
Yeah, it's very awkward now. You have to try and line up a couple of kills, and it's down to just DGT already, who's going to have to try and ace it, but it's not going to happen. And a pistol win for Rare Adam is going to be exactly what they were after. Want to try and... It is rather unfortunate, because the same exact thing happened to Rare Adam on Inferno.
Don't want to... Yeah, Rare Atom are like, I know those games. You can't fool me at my own game. NQZ Scout always could be a bit perilous, especially when teammates are hitting each other. Damage here is pretty good. NQZ is doing the El Clasico Scout purchase for the next 2 rounds. So just really anything right now is pretty valuable, and that's a 3rd kill. Anything that happens from now on is just monumental.
I really like the way that he's just backed up out of this though. And Rare Adam, they do feel a little bit uncomfortable. They had, you know, this nice little high-low setup that they were kind of going for there. And they're still going to just be sitting, locking their eyes on long. Eventually, you're going to have to swing and try and clear this out. And when you don't see anything, somebody's going to have to turn their attention away. But, I mean, you are just playing for the info right now. If you're trash, you're looking towards the doors, you're going to see if NQZ is spotted. NQZ might be given an opportunity with this scout to find this kill, and there's the tag. Now, information gathered, bomb is going to be planted, but NQZ knows that he's hit him, so at least one person is going to be low, and he spots out another head as he crosses over towards the tunnels. This one, it's not out of the woods just yet. This one could still slip away, but trash. He hits the headshot when he needs to. It's a Rare Adam 2nd, and it is paiN put in the dirt in this round despite the scout's best efforts. It's such an awkward one, because you know if you overplay your hand too early, it's going to be a problem, so you need to wait for something a little bit else. It could be just a fake step that has been given to you to try and draw you into a fight there to give away the opening, but instead it's going to be paiN trying to make their way mid to B here. No kills being found. It's so awkward right now for Child King, but eventually will put the spray down. Trash and himself for now just trying to put the finishing touches on what would be a fantastic hold, as Snow eventually is going to make his way in. NQZ has got a double, and Snow gets one more. They can get this bomb down, but it's not even needed. NQZ finds a hat-trick of frags, and the first gun round goes the way of paiN.
But luckily, I think for Kaze, no damage applied early on. Look at this though from DGT. We were focusing more on mid. He's got out long, and it's a lovely reaction from Liang to snap onto him. Despite all of that though, constant aggression. Big Azera is just walking out mid.
And just 2 players in CT completely unaware that that was a possibility. Completely unaware that it wasn't being watched right there, and even discussing about who had what util. The timing favouring paiN here, and that fight favouring paiN even more. Child King taken down, which is going to put a lot of pressure on the solo B player. Luckily for Rare Adam, I believe it is, Kaze on the AWP. And everybody heading in towards the tunnels here for paiN. It could be absolutely perfect if he's able to set himself one shot after another. Glass cannon though. And, gets off the angle. That's such an unfortunate timing. Had to turn to look towards the doors. Wasn't comfortable whatsoever. Wow. And NQZ drops him for nothing. This has to be a save from Summer and Liang. No way back into that round, and no way out for Summer. Liang, his days might be numbered as well. Only on a singular health point. And paiN, surely you're going to go searching for him.
It's crazy, dude. Also, a little part of me is like, why is Kaze checking the door and window when Summer wasn't exactly a million miles away?
Do that to paiN early on in this round by pushing lower tunnels, by taking that control and taking that space, but the jig is up completely.
Great flash.
Perfect. And Child King, he's not done just there. He's going to sprint up mid and claim a 3rd as well. They're looking for their hat-trick of rounds if they can find it, but Snow just tapping, finding the headshot. Trash sticking around just a little bit too long. And Bigger Zera, he's yet to really kind of make his move. Timing is absolutely everything in this position. And Child King just sitting over the smoke. He hasn't spotted him. So Child King surely is just going to be a dead man unless he turns back. Even does, but he's going to be dropped. Kaze walking in, needs to find that refrag and does. Snow with it all to do.
Question is, where's Liang? Liang is the long player, so that could be big information for Snow of where he might be progressing from. And the timing here favors Snow. Look at how Liang has started to maneuver himself through long into top mid. But the young Brazilian had already tucked himself into lower tunnels. Kaze, though, with the AWP, regimented towards tunnels. He's read this one like a textbook. Snow is walking into his crosshairs. Ooh, the AWP missed. There's an opportunity now for Snow as he closes the gap. This is very awkward for Kaze, but Liang's able to shoot him in the side, and, well, of course, he hits the no-scope.
If we see a couple of more rounds like that on the CT side here from Rare Atom, they definitely are in with a chance. Liang's going to try and walk on through. Missed shot from NQC, but Davideus is now just going to accelerate in through long and find a second as well. Summer simply just cannot stop the train from barreling through the doors right there, and AWP on Kaze needs the rotations to come on in. He's trying to get away to safety, but there's no safety on this A bomb site whatsoever. Child King trying to lock something down and get something in the round for Rare Atom going their way. It's absolutely nothing once again, and it's back to regular scheduled programming, it would seem.
A death ball that has no end. But if you have missed any of the action so far, because we've already played a game, we've already played 2 games so far on the A and B stream, exclamation mark go in chat. I'll bring you to the YouTube and you can see all the highlights, and you can see that opening pick once again. Kaze just walked into NQC's welcoming hands. They've been going for that boost many, many times, haven't really got anything from it until now.
Yeah, and they double up on it as well with Davideus, who's really kind of come to life in a lot of these rounds. He's just walked through a mid-smoke and seen nothing. He's going to continue to walk into Trash, who is eventually going to punish him for that little bit of an aggressive maneuver. But now that B-bomb site is completely open, and Snow knows it. He's just taken and occupied all that space. He's going to call the bomb up. He gets that smoke down and the molly. And Rare Atom, the only chance at this is trying to go through that smoke. Trash knows it, but he's not going to be able to get anything from it. Child King close with an AWP in hand, but the util is just going to be way too much, and it's just another round that you just feel that has swallowed you up and spat you out. Liang, I mean, nowhere feels safe, even in towards CT. Even if you try and make your way out to get over towards long, you just are not going to feel safe trying to hang on to this rifle, and he would be a very lucky boy to get out of this situation with his life, and he won't. Snow, a fantastic lurk out towards that B-bomb site, finishes it with a kill in CT.
Every time Rare Atom tries to do something, apart from like once, it just all gets shattered within moments. And even in this round, Trash gets tagged in mid from the AWP and from Bigger Zero, I think. And then NQZ goes for an AWP out long and gets a tag. Davideus is walking up short while DGT is getting kills in middle. Like, this is organized chaos that is strangulating for Rare Atom. They can't breathe. And Brazilian Counter-Strike is saying a big hello to Rare Atom right now, as it looks like it's about to be a 9-3 half, and it looks like paiN are going to be continuing their form from Austin.
Bomb has been planted.
Unless we can see Summer Trash and Kaze get something going here. 30 seconds, you need to make your way closer, and without a kit and already being spotted out in towards CT, that's going to be a big problem. Summer nets himself a kill, but that is about it. 9-3 for paiN. A second 9-3 half for them here at the Fisher Playground 1. And I mean, I don't blame the kind of play style and game.
They're going to pump the brakes. Smoke mid to B. And they're going to be going with this one. But Davideus is able to get the opening frag, and it's all falling apart. They can't even get towards the B-bomb site, as Child King is now left completely isolated by himself. The bomb is down in no man's land, and the nail has firmly been put in the coffin with Davideus' hat-trick of kills.
Glock not able to get anything done, and again, it's Snow and Davideus having a really impressive Dust 2. Pistol makes it look easy.
He's got the AWP out, which is terrifying, seeing how he's got over a 2 KD right now.
Nid open the smoke.
That timing was so close.
Yeah, Child King nearly was a dead man. There's another HE to be thrown here. Trash is not going to be expecting this, surely, but actually gets away safely. And, I mean, job well done so far. They've avoided the op. They've not lost anybody early, and I think they're going to just go into a little bit of a short execute quite quickly. So this actually has a couple of chances, but it does rely on NQZ either being blinded by flashes or not hitting any of the shots, any of the above, but that is not going to happen. He's already picked off one. Big Zera now getting in on the action too with that famous long range, trying to find a couple more. There's Davideus now with that SMG from that long range, just tapping and finding the lives, taking away any chances at all of a recovery here for Rare Adam. The first gun round is no good, and it might be the only gun round we see.
Envision where if they win that, they're straight through to the playoffs.
It's just begs the question of, can paiN get it done in this round? Are they going to be able to get it done in this round? And well, NQZ, a good shot to kind of kick things off. Explosion could happen through the mid doors at any moment if they decide to go that way about things. Where Adam's still looking to try and make up their mind, but they need to just find a kill here. They need to just find something to go their way, just to stay in the game, if they want to make this look a little bit more respectable. And the pushes are coming in, the timings are being found, and the gaps are being utilised. Davideus might be able to catch him on the back. And speaking about timings, that is not the time to pull out a smoke. DGT just gets ran down, but Davideus is so quick on the flank here. Snow is just locking in the double kill, make that 3, and that is going to be paiN getting it done in 2. They move into that winners game where they will face Lin Vision in Group B, where Adam have a date with 3D Max to stay in the event.